Welcome back to Apex33.
And today you join us at Donington.
Preparation is everything. Right, Steve, this is the first time it's raced all year. That's the first qualifying session done. How did it feel?
Yeah, feels okay.
Yeah.
A little bit loose in fast corners, but yeah, feels okay. Feels good.
So
yeah.
We weren't here, but you were here with a track day. Bit of a bedding in session a few weeks ago. How did that go?
Not good. No. We got a really bad vibration. We found out that it was the clutch, the fingers on the clutch on the pressure plate.
Yeah.
So we went straight down back to Brunswick.
Good old Dave.
Yeah, he sorted it out. Feels good now though.
Brand new clutch.
Yep.
But I mean, we've had a good relationship with Dave. I know you know him very well.
Yeah.
So this little 8-valve engine. I know you said while it was in having the clutch, Dave thought let's check it over.
Yes.
After all the races it's done since it was built.
Yeah. Five seasons.
5 seasons.
Yeah.
And it didn't come apart. It's all good. It's still.
Yeah. He checked everything.
Yeah.
Looked airline cracks in the crank. Everything turned out really good. Yeah. He says very clean inside.
Yeah.
Every 3 races it does get an oil change though.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so he
Okay.
he said it's really good. Yeah.
So in our category today, we've got a Fiesta, and unusually we've got a Honda Civic.
Yeah.
So-
EK9.
Yeah, you've been up against the Fiesta before.
Yes.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of tussling with that little red Fiesta.
There is.
The Honda, a bit of new territory.
Yeah.
So how do you reckon this afternoon, prediction, how are you going to do against the Honda and the Fiesta?
The Honda we could catch.
Yeah.
The Fiesta's around about 2 seconds a lap quicker than us, maybe 2.5 seconds.
Yeah.
You never know in racing. You never know. If he gets held up, you just don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right then. Well, we'll see if we can catch up with them. It's good. There's another, not in this category, but there is another Alfa here, a little red 145.
Yeah.
So he's 2 litre, so he's a different category.
Yeah.
But we'll show some footage of that because it's still waving the Italian flag. So we'll find that, see what we can do.
Yeah.
But as for qualifying,
No,
I think we need to say, you and James, father and son, who had the best qualifying time?
do you want to have a look on TSL, or do you want me to tell you?
We'll do both. You go first. Go on.
You don't believe me, do
Well,
you?
we might use TSL as a backup to a brag.
201 for young lad and a 158.9 for old lad.
Ooh. Experience goes over lightweight, yeah?
Don't cut that out, whatever you do.
No, so that's nearly a 3-second gap.
He will go quicker in race. He will go quicker in race. Yeah. I think he had a fair amount of traffic, slower cars in front. So I expect him. He'll probably come out on top at the end of the day.
So who's starting the race?
James. We're going to put James in.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. We're going to run James. Probably run him quite. If everything's going to plan, we'll run him for a long period, and then I'll get in and finish race.
I think we know why James is going to start the race, because he wants a car to race at the end, and if you keep meeting walls, like we've seen in a previous video, so
it's not as daft as he looks, is it?
But
hopefully we can. He wants to come back today like it looks. When we finish today,
we've got a rebuilt corner now, so
you can't tell.
No, exactly. But no, that's brilliant.
Yeah, it's going well.
Yeah, good.
It's going good. Right. I think there's probably another second or second half out to me, and I'm sure he'll top that. Okay,
so James could be getting to the 155s and that.
I think he'll be doing 156s.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'd be surprised if not. He knows his way round.
So he's aiming for the back of that Fiesta.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, let's hope that the little chap we have after the race later on is still smiling.
Yeah.
And let's see what happens.
So now the race is done, it'll be a good chance for me to tell you about the new Instagram account. We're trying to post weekly, more frequent updates about what we're doing both in the unit and also today. So if you want to stay more up to date with our content before it hits YouTube, then go and give us a follow.
Well done guys, brought it home, first race of the season. There seemed to be a bit of tussling out there with the Silver Civic.
It was, yes, early on.
Yeah, it was really interesting. Driver change in the middle of the race. So you've both got different stories from the race.
Yeah.
So James, you started, didn't you?
I did.
What was it like from your perspective, first dozen laps?
We got a good start, a rolling start. Sort of just hold position down into turn 1. Then sort of worked out who was racing on first lap. And I was battling with the Civic EK9 that's in our class. There's a couple of Clios, Fiesta in there, quite a few different cars not in our class, but we race whoever's in front of us.
Because the Civic out-qualified, didn't it?
He did, yes. Quali was a bit still getting used to the car, a lot of traffic, didn't really get a clean lap at all. So once we got going, we sort of dropped the cars behind us a little bit, so I didn't have to worry about those.
Was the race going?
Yeah. we were set a sights on whoever was in front of us, which happened to be the Civic at the start. It was faster in a straight line, got a little bit better brakes. Through the faster corners, I felt it was a bit braver than us. Through the slower stuff, we was better. So we got by him. Then he come back by me down through Craner, down in Colder, and I got him again out to Melbourne Loop. And then we set off chasing the Clio, which is actually friends of mine. So
no friends on track,
no friends on track. So yeah, we chased him. That's when I did the fastest lap chasing him, because I got something to chase with a bit clear air. And then I handed the car over to Steve, really, so it was fine. It was a good race, it was enjoyable.
How did it feel with the new clutch?
Good.
Yeah.
I was fine, yeah, felt really good.
Brilliant.
Yeah, the more modern machinery's probably got better brakes than what we've got. But then again, we've got ABS and all the driver aids.
They've also got really good pop.
Yeah, but we drive this. It's just us in the car. No driver aids or anything. So
fantastic.
Yeah.
So second half of the race, how was it, Steve?
Yeah, car felt good. Really good.
It's still intact.
Yes. Again. Yeah, it felt good. Consistent 58s until fuel starvation.
Towards the end.
Yeah, last 3 laps.
That's a new issue, isn't it?
I felt there was, I finished 20th in second in class, but I felt they were 18th on the board.
should have been before you got called.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just let the Fiesta go by, and I couldn't defend it anymore. In fact, Civic ran into the back of me coming on to start and finish. It just got me bogged. He just wouldn't pick up. He didn't know which way to go. He just ran into the back. Not doing much damage at all, but yeah. It was good. It felt okay
until the fuel starvation issue at the end.
Yeah.
Well, second in class.
Started third in class.
Started third in class.
Yeah.
Progression. So
He sorted that.
Yeah. New clutch.
I think the red Fiesta was a little bit too far up the road today.
Looking at what we were looking at through the cameras, different parts of the track, it definitely seemed to be Alfa Civic. The Fiesta was half a dozen pieces further on.
He started up there with doing a good lap time in quali, and although I got down to his lap time in the race, he was already too far up the road to close him down, I think. So,
Job done, on to Cadwell.
Yeah.
See what happens there. That'd be a good one.
Cool.
Ready?
No.
Okay. Right. Ow!
So, okay. Bit of professionalism. What am I saying? Welcome back.
Oh my god!
So,
Hello
What?
and welcome back to Apex33.
okay.
That simple.
No, because they're not going back to Apex33.
Welcome back. Yeah, well, what?
They're
That's
not
what
back.
we say. That's what we say at the beginning of every video.
Welcome back to Apex33.
Yeah.
But they're not coming back to Apex33.
Well, we hope they are.
Okay, right, before these people walk past, you ready?
Yeah, go on.
How do I start?
Oh my god!
What, hi guys, or not?